Nah, it was such. Yeah, I love that meme.
Man, that's 2 weeks in a row. You have made the best intro to the show.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Sheesh, you're gonna die.
Give me 1 second, because I still have tears in my eyes.
He's dying inside.
You have a grumpy face, by default.
Man, I don't even live here.
Did I remember my keys, or am I just stupid?
Oh, I don't like how this is going.
I think it's for dummies.
God, I smell dog shit.
That's disturbing.
No, dude, I completely forgot
It's
that
like a
we
modified
recorded
high
that
elf.
clip from last time and then we started and I was like, oh yeah, I blew my fucking brain.
Oh my god, I blew my own mind.
That was my brain. I blew my own brain.
Yeah.
It's Maybelline. But no, it was
She's beautiful.
it was great. I loved it.
Just needs some lotion.
He's dead.
Just needs some lotion.
He's real dead.
Everything will be better if you just put some lotion on it.
Gotta
You know?
lube up. Apply that.
Lube
apply
up.
that- Yeah,
Lube
lube up that
up,
skin.
Baby.
All right, if I'm gonna be this,
We're gonna get TOS on.
They don't call me
on
Luby Jake for
YouTube right
nothing.
now.
I've been trying to add like more relative like tags or relevant tags, like as because before I was just doing like podcast, comedy,
Yeah.
blah
Like
blah.
I was telling him he should do. When you told me the tags are worthless, they don't matter. Of course. It's not even a question.
When I did the Wikipedia one, we got like 24 views like right off the bat.
No, I just like tag the main idea, the subjects that we talk
Yeah,
about in this
that's what I
episode.
did. On the last one, I did Bob Saget.
Did you talk about FNAF in the last one? You should have did FNAF. Did you do it? Did you tag FNAF in the last episode?
Yeah.
Bro,
You did tag Five
I
Nights at
did.
Freddy's?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Whew. About to say, like that's a hot. Yeah, that's hot.
That might just get us views alone.
That's hot,
that.
baby. That
We're
FNAF is hot.
We're at 8 views
give me that Chica pussy.
for that one.
No, what's the
I
what's
did Five
the
Nights at Freddy's and Poppy's Playtime and
what's the
and
over-sexualized
Huggy
woman?
Wuggy.
The new one?
Oh,
My son probably watched
Roxanne Wolf.
Roxanne, yeah.
Roxanne Wolf could fucking
Roxanne,
get
oh
the
my
flaps.
god. Yif,
Dude,
yif, baby.
I've been seeing like tons of fucking cosplays of Roxanne Wolf, and I'm like, damn girl, you could get
Yeah,
it.
like-
I'm not even a furry, but let's yiff. I'm sorry I said that on air.
I'm sorry, but like,
it's officially recorded too.
like you gotta stop making these like fake creatures so sexy. You gotta stop. I'm salivating
Oh
thinking
my
about
god!
it.
My son was watching a Huggy Wuggy video, and for the like next video, it showed his female counterpart, Kissy Missy, on top of him with like gigantic boobs. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, they're on the internet and it's a meme. They're called Big Mommy Milkers. You get your shit straight.
That'll be a tag. Big
I
Mommy
think
Milkers.
definitely you should definitely
needs to be
tag Big
tagged.
Mommy Milkers.
FNAF,
Mommy
Playtime,
Milkers,
Poppy's Playtime, Big Mommy Milkers, Yif,
Hot Goth GF.
Furry Hentai,
Fortnite.
Roxanne,
Wolf.
and everything.
We're just gonna name them all right now, so I can just
So you can go. You can just type
YouTube
them
take
out
us
right
I
down.
can just make notes on my phone as we're saying them. All right,
We're getting
that
a
one,
YouTube
that one,
strike
that
as we talk right now.
You remember when I said I was dedicated to the podcast?
one. Not so much.
I'm gonna
Was,
I'm gonna back it up.
was the line at Yif porn or was it at
tell us where we crossed the line.
Where did we go wrong, Luke?
future references?
when Cameron said, "Hit them flaps."
Get the flaps.
Get the flaps. Sorry. Sorry
Man,
about that.
Get the flaps is what did it for you. Damn.
I misquoted.
We're canceled.
Anyways,
Now I'm the asshole, right?
anyways, hi everybody.
Anyways, welcome to another episode of the Absurdity Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at Absurdity69.
Oh my god, I'm so forgetting.
I'm forgetting. I'm getting old, okay? Like, it's
Been
just.
saying this like once a week for the past like
I
almost
know,
2 years.
I know.
And here we are.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Also at Absurdity69. Hit that. Go follow us. Or subscribe, whatever the word is for it. Fuck. I don't know. Someone else
Ring
do this
that
for me. I
fucking
can't
You
do
can
it.
follow us on Instagram, follow
already
us
said
on
that.
Facebook.
I already said that too.
Absurd Entertainment on Facebook and YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube.
Hit the bell.
like. Hit the follow button on Spotify. Hit the I don't know what they have on Apple Podcasts. What do they got?
What? I think they have
It's
a
just
bell.
it's a plus sign. Like it's a plus so that way you like follow them.
Follow them. Hit the plus sign on Apple Podcasts.
plus.
Also,
Yes, yeah.
this is this week's personal tell someone about the show. Just tell someone
Please,
about the
yes.
show. If you do that, hell yeah.
It could be your least liked person.
Yeah, anybody. You
Tell
can
your
tell.
biggest enemy.
If
about
you
the
hate
show.
our show, like
That's
tell your-
actually you should tell the people you hate that you listen to this show because
they might like it. Just because you're polar opposites.
Yeah.
yeah, baby, we're trying to get this roots movement going.
Trying to make
And we
this
gotta get
grass,
this
baby.
So
We need
give us
you
a hand.
we need you to root for us.
Ooh.
That's you guys calling us right now saying
Yeah,
you're going to follow,
exactly.
subscribe, add, hit the bell for all
Someone, that's
notifications.
one of our subscribers right there calling to let us know.
telling us they're unsubscribing right now. They hate us. This is the worst material I've ever seen in my life.
out if I should take this.
On air?
Oh, that's probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
You may need to step outside and take a phone
I
call.
probably should step outside for 1 second. I'll be back.
Also,
And thanks for showing up. Bye, guys.
subscribe to our Patreon, Absurdity Pod. Link in the description.
Above, down below.
And there's also
left, right.
a support our podcast link in the description as well. I don't care if you want to send 10 cents or if you want to send $20. I don't care. Just help us grow this thing
Yeah,
because that's what we like.
we do. Yeah.
But DK took a step out, so I'll introduce him. He's DK. DK.
So we got a little Dickie here today. We're very happy to
Fucking
have
hell!
him.
I can't podcast
He did that
today.
song of Snoop Dogg and Chris
I
Brown.
just can't podcast today. I don't know what's going on.
If he was here, he would have said Big Dickie.
That's fair.
You know he would have.
Yeah.
But I'm
In
Cameron.
his honor.
I'm Cameron. I got nothing.
So
for you
exciting.
again. I don't have a dad. Actually, fuck. I ruined. I'll have to edit and go around.
Oh,
I
my
got
God.
one.
I will not. You cannot edit this. I forbid it.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
downloaded
did you know that before it was carved, Mount Rushmore's natural beauty was unprecedented?
I hate you with a
I
passion.
walked in at the worst fucking time.
No, there's still time to walk out. The door's
Son of a
open.
bitch. You son of a bitch.
I'll give him though. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
That's a pretty good one. But I,
was
hate
literally
you, and I hope you die.
I was literally scrolling through Facebook and I was like, "Holy shit, that's good!" So I saved it.
That's. I can't deny that it's a good one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
DK can properly introduce himself now that he's no longer Big or Little Dicky.
Because I fucked up your name.
He called you Dicky.
Because I can't podcast today.
I'm just
Well, we did sit here and bullshit for like an hour.
Instead of saying DK, I said Dicky.
okay.
It just came out wrong.
I get it. It was a Freudian slip. You were thinking
Yeah,
about that Dickie.
I was.
What up, guys?
I got
DK
Dicky
here.
on the brain.
And this week's fun fact that I got for you. Did you guys know that a human head remains conscious for about 20 seconds after being decapitated?
So does the chickens.
Yeah. So I don't understand the thought processes of chickens, but I do understand the thought processes of humans. So depending on the situation, that's a really, really fucked. I mean, it's a really fucked up 20 seconds, regardless, because you're going to realize, oh fuck,
I have
my
no
head's
body.
off. Oh fuck, I'm gonna die.
I would think that was just 20 seconds of
Well, you can't scream.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're not
So
hooked
just-
up. Would it just be you? Do you feel pain in that 20 seconds? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm concerned about now.
It's long enough to have that little DMT trip.
Yeah.
Before you die.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you would, because you'd still have
Well, it would sever
nerve
all those
endings.
nerve endings, but are you gonna feel? Because I understand you have people who get limbs severed and stuff like that. They'll have ghost limb syndrome, where they feel like it's there
But
and
that's
it fucking hurts,
way
but it's not
longer
there.
after 20 seconds.
But
You're not gonna have time.
No,
in
I'm
20
saying,
seconds.
but what I'm using that for is even after the nerves and stuff are gone, people will still have that sensation. So I'm wondering if
do you still
all
feel
of
like you
those
have your body?
nerves, yeah. Do you and does it feel or does it feel like I want to know what it
There's
feels
only one way
like.
to find out.
Let's go decapitate me, guys. We'll put it on Patreon.
So if you think about it. What does the heart do? It pumps blood,
Yeah.
right? And the lungs. So if immediately when you got decapitated, you'd be suffocated. So it would
that's
be
true,
like
you wouldn't
being
get the
choked
air.
out. So you'd
Yeah.
immediately be blacked out. You immediately be blacked out. So I feel like you wouldn't. It would just be instant. It would be like a light went out, like getting knocked out.
Well, I guess you can. I think it's like 8 seconds without oxygen to the brain is what causes like that is the short time.
You're severing your spinal cord.
Yeah,
too.
like I want to know.
Your optic nerve is right there. Well, depending on where you hit, I would assume you just lose sight. You go
build a guillotine.
I feel like you would go blind immediately.
You think? Well, that's the thing. Well, their optic nerve is directly to the brain.
Yeah,
it is direct.
The optic nerve has nothing to do with the rest of the body.
It doesn't hook into the major like cerebral cortex at the back. It is like
so you
straight
still
up.
see.
So you wouldn't be breathing.
I feel like the pressure of your fluids though is what.
Yeah, like your blood pressure. Your blood
that
pressure's
stuff.
being gone immediately is like that's going to be instant blackout almost.
I think that's where you take like that 8 seconds before you like that gets reduced dramatically because there's no blood pressure. There's no blood pressure at all anymore. It's all just literally flowing out.
I think it'd be instant. Like it would be like if you got shot in the head. You know, it'd be kind of the same.
Oh, that's true.
But that's the thing. That's
going right into your brain.
You're still going to be firing though, because the main machine that is firing is still 100% connected. It's not being destroyed. So, but like when you actually destroy part of the brain, that will, you said,
shuts everything off.
But I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research when I get home. My one little thing has led to me wanting to.
Maybe it'd be like a snapshot. Like the last thing you saw would be the last thing you saw.
Easy, Wild West. Does anybody get? I hope that lands. Does any of that land on anybody? That didn't land on anybody, you motherfuckers. Did you guys not obsess over the movie Wild Wild West when you were a child?
I mean, but what context though?
Yeah, with Will Smith.
I watched like half of it and I was like, this movie sucks.
The opening scene is like the dude gets.
I think I've seen Wild Wild West once and I didn't even finish it.
I've never seen.
Man, I'm sorry about
Same
your
thing
childhood.
with Napoleon Dynamite. Like
I've seen it multiple times, but I didn't get any.
So there's in the very beginning, it's like the one doctor is getting chased through the cornfield with the neck thing on, and then he gets his head cut off.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they find out that it's General Bloodbath McGrath is because what's his name? It's like the last image you see is like burnt into your retinas.
Like that's accurate.
And then what they do is they light it from the back, like inside his skull, and cast a picture on the wall like it's a projector.
What's the last thing you see? I don't
know. Like I said, I'm going to do some more research on that.
We don't take general anatomy of the human body from fucking Wild Wild West.
Hey, dude, it's got Selma Hayek in it. I'm totally down to take general anatomy from that movie.
I feel like this is what Greek people were doing.
Just fucking around, just bullshit.
Put the candle inside someone's brain.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, this was their science. Like, no, I mean, like, because they fucked with cadavers and did surgery on cadavers, and they're like the main reason why we have modern fucking surgery,
medical science that we have.
And
thank God
instruments
the
like
Catholic
scalpels.
Church finally let us actually cut open dead bodies.
Yeah, like the first scalpel I think was like a Greek artifact, like a surgical precise scalpel.
Well, who are you, big guy?
A Greek surgeon.
Hermophilus.
AKA Big Dirty, AKA Fart.
In other universes, yes.
How y'all doing? Because I'm doing pretty good.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's my piece.
No, that's it.
That's all I got.
Well, guys, Jake here. Good to see you again. And did you know, speaking of decapitations, did you know that the execution of King Louis XVI, there was approximately 80 to 100,000 people that attended his execution in France?
Good. Probably deserved it.
I bet they all cheered at the end.
And if you want to know more...
For the love of God, will you please turn your mic the right way? From the front. You talk from the front.
You literally told me I need to talk from the top of it.
Nope. It's
literally we had that whole
right
conversation
here, so
yesterday.
It needs to point at you.
Yeah, right here.
I know, but you're like talking over it. You need to talk into it.
You guys are like an old married
Jesus
couple
Christ.
of times.
Anyways, back to this. But if you want to know more about the interesting executions and the enjoyment of the French population in them, then you should go to Dan Carlin's Hardcore History on YouTube, where he talks about the enjoyment of executions and how profitable it was in both the French and Roman Empire.
I could see it being pretty profitable. Because what are you going to do with that gold of all them dead people?
I mean, they literally had a thing where they had 100 of the royal guard versus 100 tigers and lions.
That's pretty metal.
That's what the Roman Empire did. The Colosseums. We all know it's profitable.
I'd pay to see that.
But when he goes into the details,
That's like the NFL today. That's their version of the NFL.
But when he goes into the details, excuse me, when he goes into the details of these French executions, where it's like taking the medieval version of needle nose pliers and twisting the skin until it rips off, and then pouring molten lead into the wound. And then they didn't know how to do the executions properly, so they tried to dismantle a guy by horse, but it didn't work, so they just started slicing at the tendons and ligaments and trying to get the joints to come apart, and they would take advice from the audience. They gotta
get the audience into it.
Exactly.
How else
They phoned a friend.
and he goes into the idea of like, imagine being the government, being like, we're going to show the population that if you mess with us in any way, this is what will happen to you. And then all of a sudden the audience is like, give us more.
As long as it's not them, they're fine with it.
Exactly. They literally dehumanize you once you start getting executed.
Well, it's like
I want to know where they went wrong.
I don't know what.
I mean, they started doing like petty crimes.
Why'd they stop?
Why'd they stop?
Because literally petty crimes were getting people murdered just because they couldn't get enough people to actually do the executions.
Do the crime, do the time.
I don't think stealing a loaf
You
of bread
do the time, you
equates
die.
brutal murder, but I mean,
You're just dead.
Capital punishment, baby.
No, I feel like if
Yeah,
you went,
emphasis on the
if you
capital.
went and saw the show, then you were like the ones. Okay, you want to be a part of it? All right, come on down.
they picked the next fighter out of the crowd. Yeah. Like I feel like that's that's how we make this. I mean, there would be a lot of people who think
Row J, seat 10. Come on down.
Come on down. You're the next contestant.
It's like a kiss cam, basically. Come on now.
They just like automatically just like piss their pants. They're just like, oh no.
You can't get out of it that easily. Get out of here.
You just see guards shuffling to the side.
They're just like, oh,
No, this wasn't a choice.
you went running away.
No, it's crazy because that timeline, I mean, because a lot of these timelines around this area, like, it's really hard to get historical, like, documents of this time. But they have journals from executioners that just, like, enjoyed their job, and historical books. Dan Carlin goes into the fact that some of the authors put in italics. Italics? Yeah, italics. They, like, loved.
I think you had it right the first time.
Italices?
I think so.
Italics. When you are typing and you make something into that you have italicized it.
Yeah.
But it is in italics.
Italics,
The sense of it is to say it is in italics.
That's why I just stopped myself. I'm trying to fix my grammar.
It is either in italics or it has been italicized.
From these to these.
From these to these.
But they italicized the loved when they talked about that the French population loved executions.
Hell yeah.
They love.
They
I mean, we still have a
White
weird
girls do that.
a mob mentality about like blood sport.
I would say he goes into
we pay to watch UFC.
Exactly.
That's so he goes into the point of so we like our violence to be faked. We like CGI. We like to see it in a movie. We love to see blood and guts. We just like it to be faked. All he's saying is like they're saying we don't like it to be faked. We want the
And
real
I
shit.
think
And if they're in our area, they would like what we like.
Have you seen the CGIs from fucking medieval France? It was terrible. Bad. Computers just weren't there yet.
They always had one take. They couldn't do it again. But he also like
I think with that is like they're seeing it, so it's like you're desensitized
well,
to
and
it.
they can't fake it.
Well, yeah.
But I also think that you're also in that point in time surrounded by death. Death
Yeah.
is a lot
Yeah.
more
It's
like
part of your
present
life.
in your day-to-day
Yeah,
life
yeah.
than it is
In
now.
war, you have to fight hand to hand. You have to look in the eyes of the man you're killing.
Yeah, not like now where you can literally sit 1,500
Press a
yards
button.
away
No, not even that. You could send like 1,500 miles away and just press a button while
Yeah.
it drops a drone
and
strike
kill
on somebody.
thousands of people.
And I was listening to his show, and fair warning to anyone that listens to his shows, the good parts of his shows are like 4 hours to 6 hour episodes. But I mean, they're juicy if you don't mind just listening to one person talk. But I mean, I love the information. But he had the.
If they
the
like
thought.
listening to one person talk for 6 hours, then they have no excuse not to listen to us.
That's fair.
There's 4 of us
And
talking for an
trust me,
hour.
if you left this camera running, I could talk for 6 hours. But
It's true.
But he had the idea of like, I mean, what do you think would happen if like a woman just popped out a baby like today, and then you just took that baby back then, like a newborn baby, and put it back then, and then come back 20 years later, I guarantee you they can tell you all the
baby would be
reasons
dead.
they're morally correct in that time area. Like,
Well, yeah, because they're raised by it.
exactly, because he's saying like the idea that just because we're born today means we're modern people. It's false. It's just we're raised in a modern.
We're raised in modern
The
times.
human
Yeah.
brain
hasn't
hasn't evolved
evolved
since
at
the
all.
advent of the human.
No,
It's
we
still
just
the
have
same fucking
toys.
brain.
It's
We just have toys now.
We just our brain molds to the surroundings we're in.
I guarantee you, give it one generation of everything going out, or back to Roman times,
Like,
or back to like I want to see the heads off.
You can even take it even more recent, or you can take a baby and have it raised by a young adult in today's day and age.
Yeah.
Or have it raised by an 80-year-old, and also today's day and age. Two different mindsets.
Yeah, you're just gonna have a baby that's always just like, oh, I'm sore and it's cold.
No, they're just gonna be. They're gonna be.
They'll be old babies. They're
What's the
not
word I
have
want to
any
use
energy
for it?
because they have that old sperm
They're gonna have.
made from dying
They're gonna
sperm.
have more work ethic.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think
because
they have early onset arthritis.
you don't just get arthritis because you're raised by an old person.
No, it's like old sperm.
No, it's the same
You're al-
sperm.
no, you're already
I'm
dying.
saying
Oh,
being raised
oh,
by a
okay, that's
20-year-old
fair.
or being raised by an 80-year-old. Same baby.
Yeah, you would have. I mean,
That
you'd get a different aspect
Because
to life
the
initially.
older person is going to be like, you get off your ass and do something. Whereas the 20-year-old will be like, that's fine. You can
That's
watch your
ageist. Not old people are like that. Thank you very
Most of
much.
them. Most of that
YouTube,
generation.
strike.
Most of that generation is, or are they just that they were raised in the hardworking, like, they didn't have fucking YouTube to watch all day. They didn't,
have internet.
They didn't have internet. They didn't have
They didn't have
Xbox. They didn't
electricity.
have all that shit.
Yeah.
So they were out working, doing something physical.
Back when
whereas
you had
now
to-
we're like, oh, that's fine.
don't
You
have
can-
to do that.
Yeah, you don't. Oh, I know.
Back
But
when
that's
you
what I'm
had to get
saying.
a
Is
woman
that-
to stop
No,
her.
I know. I understand your point you're speaking.
Even,
Yeah.
in 2022, like you get raised by a 70, 80-year-old or raised by a 20-year-old. Those two kids are going to have very different mindsets.
Oh, yeah.
Very different work ethics, very different views on the world.
I mean, right now, you can have people of our age in other countries that have a completely different.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, people down the street have a completely different view on the world than we do a lot
That's
of the
true,
time.
yeah.
I mean, there's probably a flat
It's-
Earth or a crater Earth or somewhere over there.
But I mean, it just goes back to what
warfare.
you were saying. It's just who you're raised by.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like the idea that just because you're born in a different year, like it's not the year you're born that matters. It's the environment you're born into.
It's your surroundings and
Yeah.
and yeah.
Well, whether it's the people or it's literally because you have to think the world didn't really advance until like what the mid thousandth
Well,
millennium.
there's places in the world that aren't
century.
near as
Yeah.
advanced technologically as we are. You know, they don't have the same shit that we do.
It's also crazy of how much knowledge we actually have from like before Common Era times.
Like we can literally at the palm of our hand find anything we want to find. There's some people that can't fucking do that because they don't have that shit where they live.
Truth.
There's also something beautiful when you listen to a lot of history and a lot of, well, actually just history in general. You hear stories, like they're rare stories, but you hear stories of quote unquote modern people in all these time eras. Like another one of Dan Carlin's episodes that I was listening to was he goes on to a series of King of Kings, which is the kings of I'm going to get this wrong, but around the area of the Byzantine Empire, around Israel, the initial populations of Israel, Jerusalem, these kind of areas. I mean, because you had so many small little places, but around the time that the Persian Empire came out, I think, was it their first ruler, which was King, I'm blanking on the name, King Soros. I'm going to get their name wrong, but it starts with an S. And this was a king.
Syphilis.
Huh?
Continue.
Oh, okay. But this was a king that was known as like the King of Worlds and like the great ruler. And he had like these names because when he captured places, he was one of the first people that would be like, hey, we don't have to fight you. Put down your arms right now. The rulers that are ruling right now, your king, can rule this army. You can keep this property. You just have to be under us. You know, like kind of like the Xerxes stories of 300, which is actually around. This is a little bit before this time. There's a couple rulers that take place before that, but this is around the same area where they are still dealing with Spartans with this ruler, where he is given the option to all these places, and he also would not take the lives of the kings, where it was notorious where people would like gouge out the eyes of a king and like disembowel him, leave his body out, sell the family to slavery. He would give them leadership roles in his empire. He would treat them not like his level of lavishry, but he would treat them like he would one of his generals. He would take advice on how to fight other armies. They were going into empire around the Greece region. And again, I'm probably getting a lot of this wrong, but this is the gist of it from my memory while I was working on truck bodies. But there was an instance where they had been in negotiations for a while with this empire, and they were already like so open to accepting this empire that they actually opened the doors for like the ruler, and he walked through the center of town and they greeted him, and it was like just this casual, like he was one of the few giving and merciful. He was a very merciful ruler, which was not the thing back in the day. The thing back in the day is, prove your strength by disemboweling, pillaging, raiding, like just destroying everything in your path to show that you are the ultimate power. But he was, one of the first humanists that were actually documented.
How about
and it's like to see this modern people come out in all aspects everywhere. Anyways.
Nice time travel. But no.
Fun.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that.
Well, then he had kids that one kid killed the other two kids, either called one kid an imposter and then killed him, or actually had an imposter, killed him, but then there was another imposter that popped up across the other side of the country.
Sus.
My son said sus the other day.
He watches too much Among Us.
He was playing Among Us.
That's what it is, yeah.
And he goes, Orange is being sus.
Hell
And I was
yeah.
like,
Hell
what
yeah.
did you just say?
I use sus in
Sus is
regular
good.
conversation.
It's
I like
so
sus.
funny because
Not
like
often, but when you do,
when he games,
it's powerful.
he puts like the full on like headphones on, but doesn't know to like do this when he talks. So he's like
What's that?
screaming. He's like, "Orange is sus!" I'm like, dude, the neighbors can hear you.
We don't need that. We don't need that loud, man.
So I like pulled it off to the side. He goes, "It won't stay on my head like that." And he puts it back on and starts screaming again. I'm like, dude.
That's a good
He's acting
gamer.
sus.
When I heard it, I was like, what?
You've been listening to Cameron talk
Yeah,
too
we
much.
gotta vote out Orange. It's being sus.
It just like completely got me off guard because for one, I didn't even know he was playing it.
Yeah. Didn't
I
know
was
your
like-
son knew the word sus.
No, I didn't know that either. Because I don't say it.
Does he
Because
understand-
like I've said multiple times, I can't use cool hip language without sounding ridiculous.
You just gotta be
That is
confident.
weird. Yeah, you have to. No, he has too much dad energy.
Yeah,
he can't.
He could. You just gotta be confident in
But
what you
was
say.
Orange being sus though?
I guarantee you, Orange is being
You
hella
don't know?
sus. Orange is sus as fuck.
I bet he
Orange is
vented.
sus AF.
I bet he vented.
Yeah, you probably been.
He probably did vent. Yeah, I mean, I guarantee you he got kicked out.
What were your tasks, Orange?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Yeah, did you even
Oh my
do
God,
med scan? Come
one
on.
time I was playing it just messing
It's a
around.
fun game.
It is.
And I'm not comfortable enough with the controls of it. Like,
The walking.
no, just
clicking.
like, I didn't know like how to do anything. It was like I think my second match to play ever.
Yeah, the tasks are confusing if you've never done tasks on there
Yeah.
before.
And so I walked up and I thought I was going to do something and it made me go into the vent. And I was like, crap, I don't want to be in the vent. So I hopped out and then immediately, emergency meeting. I was like, I did it on accident. I'm sorry. And they all voted me out. It was rude.
I wish I could get a group together for the modded versions. The modded versions look fun.
My son wants nothing but modded versions of shit now. Like he wants me to get GTA 5 so he can get mods on it.
No, he has to beat the. No, you. The only reason I play mods is because I beat the games that I get mods in. You have to beat the game first. You have to fight for
he
that
wants to
shit.
get Minecraft so he can mod the hell out of it.
Minecraft mods are dope.
They are dope, but you gotta beat Minecraft first. Gotta beat vanilla Minecraft,
you-
then you get modded out.
Can you beat that game?
Yeah, you can beat it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it
there's
was
an end
literally
to
just
it.
Oh,
building.
story.
There was an
mode,
end called The
gotcha.
End with the Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a story mode.
Gotcha.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know
No,
that.
there's a story. There's a Minecraft story, but there is like a main. There is an overarching in Minecraft, and
Yes.
that is to get to the end and beat the Ender
Oh,
Dragon.
I literally
And there's
thought
a
it was
lot
just
of
building
like,
stuff.
you know, I mean, you
It
have
could
to
be.
build. I mean, it can be like I
literally
said,
whatever
I've-
you make it.
Yeah, that's what's so fun about Minecraft. You don't ever have to beat the. I think I've only beat the Ender Dragon like one time in my entire life, but I have hundreds, if not thousands, of hours logged into playing Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
I've never played
I have
Minecraft.
I have a modded version where you go to the end and you fight the Ender Chicken, and it has
Ender
laser
chicken.
eyes.
Hell yeah. But no,
What I hate is
With a
on
chicken stick.
Fortnite or builders. I fucking hate builders so much.
that's like all that game is.
I know.
That's literally the
well,
purpose
no,
of
it's,
that.
it's a battle royale.
with building mainly.
And
But
on
I'm
no.
like, if you can't take me on 1v1, like, quit the game.
Okay,
you
old
don't need to
man.
be building a house.
Okay, well, okay, Boomer.
Boomer. You gotta crank 90s, baby. You gotta get good at cranking
Fuck it.
90s.
Boomer's
Dude,
being
I
sus
can't,
over here.
I can't build worth shit on that game.
You
Like,
gotta set your presets out right. You gotta set your macros right so you can.
I'm pretty sure
crank
people
those
just press the
90s.
button to build and just go.
No, like you get it to a point
Yeah,
to where
rhythm.
it's just like
I've walked into some of these structures after like killing somebody. I'm like, what the fuck am I walking into?
No,
There's
it's
like
crazy, yeah.
fucking roofs and like on the ground and like an angle going to the top of it and then walls and I'm like, what did you do?
you just gotta get
smash
height.
buttons?
You just gotta build to get height. That's all you gotta do.
That's
No,
why I
you
play
just don't
PUBG.
understand the strategy because you're old.
like
I
okay,
don't even-
so
I can't do it.
I used to.
They introduced a flare gun now, but if you shoot the flare gun at something, it just sets it on fire. So I just keep a flare gun. So anytime someone builds, I just set the whole thing on fire. I'm like, you want to build? All right, now you're burning.
Burn, baby. No, I get it. That's why, like I said, it got to the point. Like I played Fortnite for a little while, but it got to the point where people were just too good at building, and it.
Yeah, that's
And I didn't-
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
I
don't
don't
care if
enjoy
you
it.
build one wall to like, get
Well,
your bearings or drink
No.
some slurp juice or
I
whatever.
mean, I've got to
Boomer.
where I was like able to build up, like get fast
Yeah.
at building up. So, because I mean, getting height in any battle royale is essential to getting kills.
Yeah.
But so I learned how to do that, but then it just got to the point where people just like dwarfed my building and speed and knowing what they were doing, and then
I played a
bloom.
match.
Just the one word I hate the most about Fortnite is bloom. Like the aiming system, it's random.
Yeah.
Like anywhere inside that reticle is where that bullet's going to hit.
Yeah.
It's not going to land in the center.
Yeah.
It's going to be anywhere inside that reticle, and that is what drives me insane.
That's
So
why
wanna
I
be-
hate that it doesn't have ADS.
I want to be
No,
rewarded for
well,
my
one
actions.
good-
Snipers.
not-
No, there's a
praising
AR there now that
RNGs.
it has a red dot sight that you.
I was like, that's the reason I couldn't play any CS:GO because CS:GO, I'm just like, I want to fucking ADS, and you won't let me
me
ADS.
and my buddy played a game where this dude like literally built like a ramp literally to the top of the gate, like, and then he built a platform, and we just started shooting the platform. The entire team was on that platform and just fell to their death.
playing with scrubs, playing with kids.
I was like, yes.
Do you know that game was built by developers from PUBG who left the project to
That makes
to
sense.
create another battle royale game?
Well, I mean, that when PUBG was it, like that's all that there was PUBG. I remember
And it was
playing.
good for a while.
I remember playing an Arma 3 mod that was it was H1Z1. It was like it was,
I have that
but it
game,
was
yeah.
before. It was before any of the BRs, but it was essentially a BR in this Arma, and then. After that, you got H1Z1, and then you got PUBG. Like those two kind of were the main
was
two
it,
BRs
yeah.
for a long time.
I never got PUBG,
For like
but I
3
had
years.
H1Z1.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Yeah,
It was a while.
Yeah.
And then other games started but that was the thing is at the beginning people were like, no one's going to buy into BR. No one wants to just, go into a game, die, and then have like, that's it. And then, but now it's
And
like,
if you're good, you don't die.
exactly. You got to get good.
Except for the new Warzone map where you can
Yeah.
literally drop in and immediately die because the circle is the size of the map.
I fucking
Sounds like you need to get good.
I fucking hate that map
I do.
so much.
I very much need to get good.
You just got to get them kills.
Or I
bro.
could just stop playing video games, do something productive with myself for once.
I've been playing my
I have
actual
42 victory royales. I'm pretty happy.
I think I have like three. I have 3 solos, I think.
But I don't even know. I can't even tell you Fortnite numbers. I can't even
I
tell you
already know
Apex
because
numbers.
I have an emote that holds a pillow and it shows all the number above it.
No, I've been playing this game lately called Skullgirls. And it is.
That was very serious.
But it is. But no, it's
You
a
joke.
it's a 2D like platform fight, like a side scroll fighter. So it's like it's very much in the vein of like old school Street Fighter or like old school Mortal Kombat, but it is I'd say more like Street Fighter because it is like really 2D. But and the like combo system and everything, it's very much like Street Fighter. But it's all these like, I mean, not all of the characters, but a lot of the characters are like anime babes. And it's great, and I love it. And there's this overall story. Like you have to
my
beat the
erection?
story. Like, because there's a way to unlock the characters. Like each character, everything is happening at the same time in the story, but each character plays like a different part of what's going on. So you have to beat it with all the characters, and each time it's a different story each time you beat it with a different character. So that's been really fun. I'm trying to get it beat with all of the characters. But Shy, like she told me, like when we first started dating, she's like, "Oh, if you get into Skullgirls, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like I'm gonna kick your ass." And I don't think she realized like how many years of my life I've been playing fighting games. Like, and it does, and that's the thing, is it doesn't matter. It's like whatever fighting game it is, it's like
giggle.
I could pick it up, and I'm just like,
I mean, that's what really like. I mean, that's what got me into gaming. Really,
Yeah.
it was like fighting games.
yeah, no,
Like-
for sure. Like on my
Tekken?
Super Nintendo, playing Mortal Kombat like 2 and 3. Like I've been playing fighting games since I was like had a fighting game of some sort since I was like 6 or 7 years old.
What
I
was my
played-
first video game?
I played Tekken a lot.
No, I played a ton of Tekken growing up.
Yeah.
Tekken Tag was one of my favorites.
That was like
Tekken 2
that was when I
my
got out of Tekken. Was when Tekken Tag came in.
No, Tekken 2 was great. Tekken 3 was awesome. Then Tekken Tag. But like on Tekken 3, on Tekken Tag, I was a beast because I played with Hwoarang and Eddie. And Eddie was like
Of course you did.
The capoeira.
Yeah, capoeira,
Yeah.
and then Hwoarang, you just keep high kicks, just keep someone in the air. So that's what I would
The
do. Is I
bicycle
would,
kicks?
Like I would just,
Oh, yeah,
just
that's all I
constantly
did.
keep a guy in the air the whole
Jeez.
fight. No, I mean I knew my combos.
Or if you had got Devil or Angel, you could just like go in the air and just shoot a beam,
Yeah.
and they could never get close to you.
I hated that. I fucking hated that. That was cheese.
Yeah.
That was deliberate
yeah.
cheese. I try, like, that's the one thing I do hate, like, or do try to avoid is, like, I understand that sometimes, like, a move is a good move to start a combo, but if you don't finish a combo after it, then you're just landing that one move, and it starts to feel. I feel bad as I feel like, man, I'm being cheap. Like I'm just constantly uppercutting someone and keeping them in the air and not actually finishing up and giving them an
My
opportunity.
favorite character was King.
King was great. He was fun. The leopard face.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious when somebody does that to me or when I do that to somebody.
Just fucking cheese him
Yeah,
up.
it fucking cracks me up. It just destroys me.
I laugh when I do it, but I get so pissed when it happens to me.
Especially if there's a sound effect with the move or some shit. Like it's so
Like
great.
that one with Angel and everyone's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
like
would be
for a whole-
hilarious.
and all you like if you're playing against any, you just hear them like, fucking stop it already.
Yeah, that's why it's so fucking hilarious.
Just gotta get good at countering.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Just get good, Scrum.
There's a way around it. It's
No,
just
there is a way. You
hilarious.
just
There's
gotta know.
always a way. It's just like it's so annoying to try to find it
If you don't know, yeah, like I said,
because you're just getting your ass whooped over and over again.
that was the hard part about going into Skullgirls is I didn't even like look at the button layout. It's actually a 6-button fighter. There's high kick, high punch, mid kick,
Okay.
and then, so
Yeah.
you have to play 6 buttons instead of 4.
Ooh, it's like Virtua Fighter.
It's like, yeah, I liked it. I like it because like it opens up more combo ability, and I
Yeah.
do like that.
I like it, but it's just so fucking
It took-
hard.
Yeah, it took a while to get used to, but it took me forever because I
It's
expected
all
there to
going
be,
over my head.
I expected there to be a button to like block or counter, and it's
None?
not.
Oh, God.
It is. I found out that you have to time back steps with their, and you can block their. And once I figured that out, it was fucking game over. Like it was just fucking game over. Like I felt bad because like you know she's trying.
Don't feel bad. It's hilarious.
It's just getting like, you're
But
gonna
no, it was
die.
great. I'm really thankful that like it's a really cool game, and I'm glad that it was brought to my attention. It's been really,
Ever
really,
since
really
I got
fun.
into like shooter games, it's like I don't really like playing anything else. Like
I get tired of shooters, man.
now,
I like the
there's
speed of shooters.
I do like. I mean, there's a lot of RPGs that I do like, but some of them still include shooting. Like
Yeah.
fucking Mass Effect,
Yeah.
still shooting. Fucking Fallout, still shooting.
I think
forget
we've
you like
lost patience.
76.
I think a lot of people, including myself,
76.
have lost
I like
patience in
4
video games.
too.
I
4 storyline was amazing.
no 4 storyline was great. 3 is still ultimate. No, actually, New Vegas is ultimately
4
number
st-
1 Fallout in my
Literally, the twist in 4 I never saw coming.
True.
Like never saw it coming.
I saw it when like there was just things that weren't adding up in the story when it came to an infant.
I just didn't think it was like. I kind of had an idea maybe in the back of my head, but like when it happened, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, in the beginning, I was like, well, he got refrozen, and immediately he woke up, and he kept on putting emphasis on where's my like baby, and he kept on describing it taller. I'm like, well, you got frozen again than you thought, and now you're looking for your repeated, and I quote, child, and you keep on calling it an infant.
Yeah,
And
no
I'm just
wonder
like,
nobody found him.
It's like, I don't think this
no, I
trailer's
haven't
getting
seen any
far.
babies. I don't know what to tell you.
I appreciate that Bethesda is one of the few companies where they really acknowledge when you skip the story, and yet they continue the story. Like, they keep it canon, where, like, even if you skip part of it because you're like, I played this 10 times, I know to do this thing first, they keep it canon. Like, it doesn't, like, destroy the story at all.
Right.
They're just like, they have a storyline based on if you do this or not. I love that. I appreciate that so much because there's so many games where I'm just like, I just know the campaign. Like, there was no reason for me to do this first, and they'll stop you from going around it for no reason other than like, well, we just didn't prepare you to do that.
Did you guys hear that Microsoft bought out Blizzard?
Yep.
Yep. It's weird. I don't know.
How is this legal? Microsoft is buying everything.
With what was happening at Blizzard,
Blizzard needed some direction
I
change
know,
for
but
sure.
Microsoft should not be allowed to have so many companies under its wing.
I just don't know why the fuck they would buy it. It wasn't a smart buy. And
They
it's
own-
not.
I think that they have some. I mean, because
They'll probably integrate it with the Xbox system.
Well, I mean, that's what they're. I guarantee that everything that Blizzard has released, be it World of Warcraft or whatever, will be accessible on like Xbox somehow. And there is good IP there at Blizzard. It's just they've made some poor. They haven't made a new game in decades. Like Overwatch was the first new game that they made, and then the last new game announcement was Overwatch 2, which no one fucking asked for. No one wanted Overwatch 2.
I hate when they do that for competitive games. They know, like you can make like when Dota was a huge thing.
Yeah.
The first one, they made a new one. They're like, well, but I just spent like years and years and years getting good at the first one to be a competitive player.
And really, all the stuff that
Like a
they
paid
announced
one.
for Overwatch 2 is just shit that they could have made add-on for Overwatch 1. It wasn't
Update.
anything. Yeah, an update. But
and that's what like in today's gaming society, like
yeah.
you don't need to make a new game anymore.
Well,
You
I-
can
I-
just make updates and DLCs.
Money
and,
though,
Well,
DLCs.
I also think that is the current state of almost all forms of entertainment, as opposed to making something new. We're
Yeah.
always either reiterating old or making remakes or building off something that's already been there.
Even
Like,
if it is new, it's like from the vision of this, inspired by this. I saw this, and then I
But
made this.
Microsoft also now owns two of the most iconic Sony PlayStation characters: Crash Bandicoot
okay.
and Spyro.
How did they? I'm confused.
I didn't read into it. I saw the story and I was like, "Oh shit, Microsoft making some big moves."
Yeah,
Bandicoot
but that's the thing is that
and
also they
Spyro.
haven't made a new Crash or so.
they did.
I expected a new.
They just
like,
had a new Crash come out.
I mean, sorry, I said misspoke. A new Spyro. I want a new. I wanted like
They just remastered
I
it.
expected a new Spyro for the PS5. I thought that would have been a really, really, really good.
It was a
move.
huge letdown.
Yeah, but also
Don't get it anymore.
no. I still want a PS5 just for the sake of getting Demon Souls. Like I just want Demon Souls so
Really?
fucking bad. I just want Demon Souls so fucking bad. I haven't played it since PS3, and that game was dog shit. Then
is it not
Still-
on PC?
No,
Oh,
no.
well, see,
And, I mean, and if it is, it's the original. Like,
I think it is
like
the original.
the PS3 version. And I
No new
want to play.
graphics or
I
anything.
want to play the new version because it looks
I
so
think
fucking
I've seen
good.
the new version, and it doesn't look bad. They really focus on their lighting.
No, it's
like their
it
entire.
looks great. I've
their
watched
entire game
playthroughs on
engine
it
is
a
their
million
lighting.
times.
Yeah,
And dude, I just want it. I want it so bad. I want to be frustrated again.
I've just heard people complain about the
comes
controls.
out. Well, they pushed back Elden Ring, but Elden Ring was supposed to come out in February. I can't remember if it's coming out this year or if it's coming out in November now. But Elden Ring is going to be the new game from Software, the people who make Dark Souls and who did the Demon Souls and all that stuff. And it's supposed to be the most ambitious like iteration, like it's open world Dark Souls. Like you have an open world map.
Skyrim.
You're
Dark
not stopped
Souls.
in any way.
I mean, you are stopped, but you can still work around it.
was
It's
thinking
not
Dark-
like it's like straight up because in Dark Souls you
You
can't get.
you get soft stopped where like things are just too hard, but they're not going to stop you from trying.
There are doors and stuff in Dark Souls that are locked that will
That's
keep you.
fair, yeah.
In Dark Souls 3, like specifically, you have to beat. The Abyss Watchers, which is like one of the early bosses before you can really beat any other bosses. I mean, you can beat the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, but that is a skip if you beat her the way you not a skip, but it's an exploit.
Yeah.
to beat her that way. But also, if you try to beat the Dancer of the Boreal Valley when you first can encounter her, you'll get your fucking shit pushed in so bad because it's before you even fight any boss in the game. And this is one of like the in-game bosses. Well, not in-game, but like last 3 or 4 bosses before you do fight the in-game boss.
I would say Dark Souls and Demon Souls lore and gameplay, that needs to be a podcast all on its own.
Well, that's the thing is like there's no way to get the lore in-game unless you read every item description. That's it. And I mean, I've spent tons and tons of hours listening to all of From Software's lore from, you know, all of the Dark Souls series, from Bloodborne. Like, I love that shit. The lore that they built, their universe. But that's the other thing is you're also taking a bit of like fan theory behind it to tie it all together. But man, it's just so deep and so dark and so cool.
I feel like gameplay wise, Bloodborne was better at telling a story entirely. I don't know if it was just more like it was just more visual.
The whole fucking
I feel
thing
like they
went
gave
over
you
my
more.
head.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was just I don't know.
Well,
what
there's
the
a thing
fuck
about-
was going on.
yeah,
the
there's-
whole
I loved
time.
Bloodborne.
There's
I
The whole
loved it.
fucking time.
There's
In
sometime-
the end, it just was more confusing.
Yeah,
too.
it's the
And
thing.
there's multiple endings to
Yeah.
Bloodborne too.
I don't know. We could talk about it, but that's a whole other thing that I don't. That's
None
me.
of it made sense to
I
me.
was so
though.
mad.
It was just a hodgepodge of like.
I've never played it, so
I'm saying I never had a PlayStation, and like I've always wanted to play Bloodborne, and I was like, I'm not going to buy a PlayStation just to play Bloodborne.
Worth it.
It was all
Worth it.
It was all badass and cool. Don't get me wrong.
No, it's
but
like
the
the
lore
The
of it
weapons,
just,
I love their weapons.
I didn't understand any of it.
No, it's
like the
man.
puppet girl that was actually
yeah,
a doll the whole
the doll.
time.
No,
Doll,
yeah.
yeah.
in the
I love
nightmare.
her.
Yeah,
And
they're-
then, yeah,
and the hunter's
then you're
dream.
in the hunter's,
Hunter's dream
dream,
there.
and then
No, it's like I said, we could get into it, and I can explain it to you
so
more.
convoluted.
Yeah, it's very convoluted, and it's
It's
not
so
very exciting. And I don't
convoluted.
want to talk about it right now.
It's exciting for me. I love
My
it.
favorite boss was the spider, though.
Rom the vacuous, fuck Rom, fuck Rom. The very first time I got to Rom, I was stuck at Rom because he's the first like hard. I mean, the 3 guys you fight leading up to him, like because it's like 3. What are they? I can't remember what they are, but they're like those were tough. But Rom is like the first hard
It's
boss.
so hilarious.
Was it Dark Souls 1 that has the vagina dragon?
Yes, Dark Souls 1 has a vagina dragon.
Yeah, Dark Souls 1 has a vagina dragon.
okay.
If you want to know about it, look up Dark Souls 1 vagina dragon.
Just don't look up directly vagina dragon because
or do.
Don't look up dragon vaginas.
But if you
It'll
want to
take you
look
down
up
a whole new
either,
wormhole.
if you want to look up either one of those, make sure you light a candle, pour some wine, lay back and relax.
And don't blame us if you like it.
You can
or
blame
do, I
me
don't
if you
care.
like it. Yeah, I'll
If you do
sponsor
like it, subscribe to our Patreon.
I'll sponsor you if you like
You
it.
won't get more of it. I'm just saying.
Just subscribe to it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we suggested
You
it.
were
so
leading.
What is it,
You were
baddragon.com or something?
No, my Google navigate, my Google Maps, like on my work phone, is so fucking stupid. Like, I'll put in a destination. It'll tell me it's 5 minutes away, and at 1:24, it'll say my time of arrival will be like 3:01. I'm like, kind of fucking weird time continuum did I jump into with this fucking phone? It's 5 minutes away, but it'll take me an hour and a half to get there. That don't make any sense.
My GPS is always trying to test me if I can actually make it there on time or before the time. I'm trying to see if I can beat it.
Mine just tells me to make weird U-turns.
Yeah, mine keeps on telling me to take like
I'm like, you know, there's a left turn here, right? I don't have to go half a mile down the road, turn around, and come right back here.
yeah, going through some of the back roads, like just out in the country, like it'll send me in circles of like, take this back road as a shortcut. I'll take the
No,
back
this
road. and I'll, like,
mine will do
turn
that
around
in
and,
the
like, take
middle of
another left.
fucking like Oklahoma City. I'm like,
It's like
Wait, what?
I'm stuck at a red light. I can't move for another 3 red lights, and you just stuck me here.
Thanks, Google Assistant.
Fine, I'll just go through Chick-fil-A. It's fine.
and that speaking of my Google Assistant on my work phone, randomly just starts listening to what I'm saying. I just hear a bloop. I'm like, dude, shut up! I'm not talking to
Yeah,
you.
my Google on my old phone. I haven't activated my Google Assistant on this phone, but it's because my old phone. I would be in the middle of a conversation, and Google would pull up with nothing that's even close to what I said, but it'd be posed as a question, and it would just pull up like a bunch of results while we're talking. I'm like, Google, you motherfucker, you turn that off.
Do you guys on your Siri like make yourself a nickname for Siri to call
I've
you?
never used Siri on
like
my
call
phone.
me Big Dick Daddy.
I think I have one on mine.
Mine's just daddy.
I do have some. Does anybody have an iPhone cord out here?
That is a negative Ghost Rider. I
damn.
apologize for your
Hey
names.
Siri, what's my name?
You're Cameron, but you asked me to call you a fucking fat piece of shit.
Thank you, sir.
Like how she specified, but you did
You did request
You
it.
requested me.
You asked for this.
I don't want to, but you asked me to do it.
wish I had.
Siri, I know you're smiling.
I think I might have one in my bag.
Right?
Oh.
She's like, I wouldn't dare call you this on my own, but since you asked, you're a fucking piece of
No,
shit.
you've asked for my opinion.
Fat
Why you Wow.
It used to be a gentle soul with a hearty appetite.
It's like, I'm done lying to you.
Yeah. No, now you're a fucking fat piece of shit.
No, I do not have an iPhone cord, but I have. You can go into your. It's a rock from the beach. You can go into.
Fucking most.
I'm glad you have one of
This
those
is fucking
too.
Dora's backpack over here.
It is. This backpack's been everywhere, man.
That's entirely
Wow.
I understand.
That was
But
That was highly unexpected.
But no, you can set up automations on your iPhone to like talk to you when you do certain things. And I
Yeah,
have my
true.
phone when I plug it in and unplug it, it says something, and it's quite hysterical if you're a
I didn't know you
12-year-old
could
boy.
do that.
Yeah, it's fun.
what is it?
I don't ever have my sound on, so like
Impression. Do an impression.
When I plug my phone in, it I can't do a Siri voice. I
Sure
don't know
you
how
can.
to, Siri. I can't do Siri's voice. I don't know it. I've never practiced it. I
can't
don't listen
even-
to it enough to know it.
I don't have an iPhone,
But when
so
I
I
plug
can't
my
even
phone
picture it.
in, it says, "Please be gentle, senpai." And when I unplug my phone, it says, "Oh, senpai, please put it back."
I would have mine say, "Was that good for you too?"
No, like I said, you can set it up to say whatever.
Oh,
That's
you could
funny.
put it be like, are you
I
in
didn't
yet?
know that.
Yeah, it's in the.
I'm totally doing
It's
that.
in like your shortcuts. You have to have the shortcuts app downloaded, and then it's in the automation.
It's a shortcuts app downloaded.
It's like a baseline thing for your phone.
Yeah, I just don't want to reactivate my Google because I'm sure Google is the same thing. Because Google and iPhone always have the same damn thing.
Is it just called Shortcut?
The
Shortcuts.
apps. The
I
app
have,
is-
I have
yeah,
the app.
yeah, and then you have to go. It's a big thing. You go into it, then you click automation,
Automation,
and then
yeah.
you go
Create personal automation.
Yep, and then you have to go to where and when and how it does that. But actually, here we go.
You heard it here, folks. Step-by-step tutorial.
Please be gentle, senpai.
It's when I plug it in, and then when I unplug it.
Oh, senpai, please put it back.
The comma.
Very specific.
Oh, and what's
comma.
funny though is
Very literate.
senpai is one word, but when you type it in as one word, it says something weird.
Senpai?
Yeah, I think it was senpei. Senpei. It came out really fast, and so I ended up like spreading it out and spelling it completely different, just so
Spread
it
it
would
out,
enunciate. Enunciate.
Spread me senpai.
Is it SINPIE?
No, it's SEN senpai. is what I-
PIE.
Yeah, PIE is how I have it in my phone.
Yeah, you have to make it English.
Because if you did PAI, it was like pie.
I know,
It was like
it's
saying
so
like
bad.
it was
It's so
saying
bad.
senpei. But
so bad.
so yeah, I
like a white
spaced it
woman
out just
saying
so
it.
it would sound funny. And every time I plug my phone in or unplug it, I giggle. So I'm winning.
Do your coworkers know about this?
Oh, a couple of. I mean, Luke's my coworker.
Well, now I do.
Now he knows, but I don't charge my phone at work. Like my phone, I come into work with my phone fully charged. My girlfriend hears me laugh at it all the time, and she's just like, probably like, God damn it, I'm dating an 8-year-old. You chose this life.
My wife thinks the same thing. She's like, "Are you ever gonna grow up?" Fuck no, I'm not.
Sorry,
This is
babe.
it.
No, when you grow up, you get old, goddammit.
Yeah, you knew this going in.
Yeah.
You knew I was a fucking child.
Yeah, it's your fault for not being fun.
Rip.
Jake, you have news for us?
Oh, so we want to go into my news first. So,
I have more.
If anyone has been following the weird headlines of what different countries are doing in preparation for future COVID situations. You may have heard of the story of, in Sweden, a vaccine passport on a microchip implant, where at the beginning of December, a company in Sweden, Disruptive Subdermals is what the company's called, which is not, that doesn't sound like a good name for someone who's going to put something inside my body.
Well, it's probably a body modification company already.
And so this microchip for this company, what they did is basically it's a grain of rice. It's a grain of rice size microchip, 2 millimeters in diameter and then 6 millimeters in length, and it goes in the webbing between your thumb and your index finger. And you can have it customized to have different LED lights, and it will give you access to the building. It will permanently hold your COVID vaccine information, so you can be scanned anywhere. It will open up the refrigerators in the break room of that company.
Twite.
And I believe it will like log them into certain places. And I think 6,000 people as of recently have gotten this subdermal implant in their hand.
Interesting.
And I want to know what you guys thought about that.
Dude, if there was one to unlock my front door, hell fucking yeah.
No, they're saying that they're wanting to do it for like car keys and everything.
Well, yeah, there's people already, like, there are people who have like smart homes who have RFID chips in their hands to access their smart home. It's not like a new thing. I mean, it's a new thing, but I'm saying like it's people have been doing it.
No, I'm saying like for business.
Well, I mean,
it just goes from home to business.
Yeah, I mean, it's the pipeline of capitalism.
They're talking into like making it like also be your banking information, making it be your car keys.
I mean, it's a convenience thing, but I mean, also everyone, your location's already going to be known. But I mean, if you have a cell phone, your location's already known 24/7. Like it's a.
That's why I never get about the argument with the having chips put in. I'm like,
if you want to do it, do it. I mean, that's your life.
Everyone carries a smartphone. Mm-hmm. There's very small population that does not have a smartphone. Mm-hmm. Everything that would be in a microchip that puts in your body is already on your phone.
Yeah,
that you carry around with you 24/7.
It's a weird disconnect from once it goes underneath the skin to when it's in your hand.
I mean, it's a convenience thing at that point. And I mean, I get it. Trust me, I get it. And I don't think that it's like, I don't think you can make that like a mandatory thing.
No.
Like,
I mean, they can.
But I mean, I don't see that happening. I think you would have too much backlash.
I mean, people said that about lockdowns a while ago, too.
And America has not had a lockdown since our first one.
That's fair.
And we didn't even fully have a lockdown.
Yeah, we didn't even fully have a lockdown.
People at my work are asking for another lockdown. I'm not saying they're right for it, but because I'm not saying they're right for it, but they're saying it.
I understand the spook behind it because there's always going to be like you're going to have a whole mass swathe of the population who's going to attribute it to like technology equals the devil. You start putting technology in the body that's marking our bodies with the number of the beast. Blah 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 blah. There's always going to be this weird
mask.
Yeah, it's like everyone's going to tie it to some higher, but really like. Mankind's not that smart for one. No, I mean they are, but it's a convenience thing, and I understand the convenience about it. Like especially if it is to access shit at work, to access shit like get into your because I mean a lot of places that you work at have to have a scan badge to get around your work, and
I have to have one for
lanyard,
and there are certain levels of clearance that you will have at your work with your scan badge, and they can automatically put it in your hand, and you don't have to worry about losing that scan badge.
I scan the tip of my penis every time.
Interesting.
It's how I log in.
It's also how you get sexual harassment charges.
but no, I think it's cool, but it's not something I necessarily would ever do. Like
I've thought about it. I really have.
I mean, it would be cool to just have a light up LED in your body for one.
I thought about that
would
too.
Be the cool part.
I was listening to Russell Brand when I learned about it. He was like, "Why would you want a flashing light in your body?" I'm like, "Because it'd be kind of cool." Sounds fun. But we talked about like we talked about earlier how we really haven't evolved.
Yeah.
And we talked about in previous episodes we talked about like the human mind, and we just want things immediately. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get closer and closer to technology where we can do things immediately to where it's inside of us and we just have to think it and it happens.
No, like the synchronicity's coming. It is
inevitable.
It is. It really is, unless there is some weird downfall of mankind as we know it. I think, you know, a technologic future where we're literally all plugged in.
That is the downfall.
I think
the
as
future.
long as the humans,
But I think that's where we're going. Like as much as it sucks, you know, like Wall-E and Idiocracy, all of that shit is too par of the course.
Bro,
it wasn't meant to be.
I don't
Well, actually, it was.
I don't want to sound like a weird conspiracist, but the way things are going, that's how it's going to be, man.
yeah.
The world that you're describing and that all you guys are describing is only for those elite people. Those people with wealth, money, power, something to give towards that weird fucking we're all one and everything synchronous society.
Be those.
They're not going to let our free thinking fucking asses in there.
No.
They're not going to let people who aren't just who question shit. Like that's what I feel like. That's our problem. Like that's the issue is our fucking greed with the fucking instant gratification. Like
And
that's
that-
not a good thing.
Yeah, and
that's
that's the
definitely
issue.
That's not where we should
as
be
long
going.
as there is a human on this earth, there will be the constant drive to get to like further technology and get things immediately.
Well, and that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the episode.
Beginning of time.
Was the child raised by the 80-year-old and the child raised by the 20-year-old. The one by the 20-year-old is going to want that instant gratification because that's what
They were raised. I mean,
they're raised by. The 80-year-old, they're not going to want. They're not. It's not going to be a necessity for them because the 80-year-old was raised with patience, was raised with not having instant gratification, and that just shows you where we're progressing to.
Yeah.
like everyone wants instant gratification because it's instant gratification. Like
Yeah.
you're happy right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so crazy to
Gives you the
think.
chemicals you need in your brain to make you smile.
But sometimes instant gratification is not the best
no,
gratification.
definitely not.
No, like there's sometimes, and most of the time, the best thing to do is wait for a better outcome.
Like in all, like
to be patient.
Let's just say in this scenario where we're at right now, doing a podcast, would it not feel? Yes, it would be awesome if we were like huge right off the bat.
Yeah.
But
we'd
eventually
suck.
that would fizzle out.
Yeah.
and we would
And
suck.
I think we wouldn't know what to fucking do.
Yeah.
If we were huge right off the bat.
Yeah, I would always have my
I would
dick
probably
out.
have a fucking panic attack, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too. Because
If-
then I'm like, fuck, I'm known by how many people?
Yeah. Like,
I would have already started riots.
If over time we gradually gained more and more, you get more used to.
yeah, that level of it
Yeah.
becomes
It becomes the
slowly
normal.
becomes the normal. It's
Yeah.
not just
It's
hey,
not
this is
instant, and then you're like, shit. What do I do now? Now you're used to your body. Your mind's not used to that.
Yeah.
and then so any backlash you get is gonna be like, what? How do I fix this?
Yeah.
Whereas you over time you'll be like, fuck those guys. Like,
Yeah.
Plus,
if
think
they
of-
don't like me, who fucking cares?
Think of that as a physical structure too. Like that type of growth and progress is what is natural and what
Yeah.
people do, and you are stable and there's sustenance. It's
It's like
Yeah.
putting down concrete
It's
and
a-
stone
it's a,
station.
depth. There's depth to the.
it's a sustainable way to
Yeah,
like, of growth.
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
sustainability is the biggest thing
Yeah.
there. Like
That's
And
the.
as a human race, we're not
I
doing it
just
too well
think
right
that's
now.
yeah. I just think that's the biggest part of what's missing from our evolution with technology.
We're
I'm
too
not
busy
saying
advancing. We're not actually sustaining
yeah.
ourselves.
I'm not saying like it's technology is the devil and evil and all
I
this
am.
shit.
Like that
but-
Fortnite player. That Fortnite player, he made it to the top. He made it across, but he didn't have a good
he
foundation.
had no
dropped.
foundation. He had
no
a platform
foundation.
about
Yeah.
1,000 feet in the air, and we made him drop.
Ironically, that's the human race. We're like we're skyrocketing
And
to the
he
final
made some
destination.
platforms along the way. He just kept falling down. Man.
That's
What about
that's the capitalistic attitude. That's the American attitude to just keep, pounding instead of
Okay, comrade.
let's back up a minute. Let's rethink this. Let's come up with something
let's
better.
deal with what we're doing.
Exactly.
Like deal with what we
Now,
have,
there
not
is
deal
a-
with the
there
next
is-
thing.
exactly.
There is nothing wrong with continuing to advance.
Yeah.
But you also need to have someone back here building up what you've already done and not just leaving it behind to just, oh, here it is. You do what you want with it. Let's figure out how to sustain that while also advancing and then just
Yeah.
continuously move. You got building blocks. Whereas now you're just like literally just building a ladder with nothing underneath you.
That's the shitty part about our politics is we silence people with those radical ideas because if you spread that idea around, it's gonna cause negative feedback to whatever business that's
Right.
going against what
Right.
we consider, bad or unsustainable.
Yeah,
or
it's a very hard balance to sustain between like where do you draw the line between how much can a company help the politics, how much can the politics help the company, how much greed is acceptable when it goes towards advancement and how much is unacceptable when it comes to personalizing everything you're doing for your own personal gains while not allowing sustainability for the rest of the population.
Yeah, we
It's
just
a very
turn a
hard
blind
balance to
eye.
walk.
We just turn a blind eye to it.
Well,
most of the time.
it's a whole.
Just read the Lorax and you'll understand it. Like, honestly.
I mean,
The Lorax isn't about...
Wally gives you a good example of
No, yeah.
sustainability and human ignorance.
But no, that's what it is. It's just it's like, oh, we see the resources and we take the resources. We don't think about the use of the resources afterwards.
Well,
like,
we're even told about it. Like we are shown the resources being dwindled, and we're told of the consequences of it.
Man.
So
I
this
just blew my own brain.
I know I didn't blow my own brain, but I watched a movie this week that very, very, very much sums up the thought process of mankind right now, or at least
50
America
Shades of
right
Grey.
now. It's that Don't Look Up on Netflix
heard
with
of that,
Leo
yeah.
DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence and
I've
what's
heard
his
mixed
name?
reviews on
Well,
that
here's the
one.
thing.
Yeah,
Here's the thing: is it is an end of the world movie. There is a meteor that's coming.
With a disappointing ending is what I've heard.
Well, it's not the
On purpose.
Well, the
On purpose.
I mean, yeah, no, it is because you see the idea of capitalism and making money ruin the literal world. And that's the other
feels
thing.
like.
I've been seeing a lot of these especially through like big media platform giving this movie bad reviews.
like calling it like unpatriotic.
No,
like,
no, just giving it bad reviews, like just giving it generally bad reviews. But then I also read this thing like that people were like, you know, that this movie's straight up calling out media and calling out the American government and calling out big corporations. Of
So
course
that's
it's going
why
to
they're-
get, of course it's going to get back. Cause dude, like I watched
smell a
it,
conspiracy.
the parallels were just huge. And
So they basically predicted what the media was going to do
Yeah.
before they did it, and that's incorporated into the movie.
Dude, no, I highlight all of us at this table are a little bit fringe thinky. Like we have a little bit of that conspiracy nut in our
I have a
brain.
lot of it. It's most
and
of my
we all
brain.
have a little bit of distrust towards our leading power.
The man.
Highly, highly, highly recommend Don't Look Up on Netflix if you are of that ilk. Like it'll make you.
It's already on Netflix?
It was a Netflix movie.
I don't have Netflix.
Yo, okay.
I can no longer afford Netflix.
I don't have
I
Netflix.
refuse to afford.
I can't.
I told you could use mine while I still had it.
I don't have a Netflix
I even
account that I
sent you
can
my
share.
information.
So
I sent you
otherwise
my
I
login
would.
and password.
I'm
I know,
the
I just
Patsy who has the
never
account.
done it.
I mean, I've got a Hulu, I've got Crunchyroll, I've got HBO.
Yo, dog, you want to text me those login passwords?
They're actually too spread thin right now.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. I have all of my shit is logged in on 6 accounts.
I have
understand.
Hulu and Disney Plus. That's all I got.
Yeah.
No, like I give the Crunchyroll out to the
You have
homies.
to pay extra for that on Netflix.
Do you?
Yeah.
How many?
Each extra, like,
I think it goes.
I think you can
it's-
have
it's
6 at
after a certain
first.
That's
amount.
the family plan.
Yeah.
I know the account
your
that I
plan-
use is someone's family account.
I think you can
Oh,
have.
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
one,
That's
the
the
last
most expensive
bill
one.
I got from Netflix was $17.99. I was like, I'm not paying fucking $18 to watch one
That's
show.
the family thing, I think.
They just upped the prices
No,
on
The only
Netflix.
reason it
Netflix.
got up to
Oh,
that is
shit.
because my kids kept fucking adding profiles.
I was like, you can also you can
They're
go.
like, oh, I need 3 separate profiles for myself. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta spend all this money.
I believe on a regular account you can have 2.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to pay for extra. I think after that, it's just like you have too many like connected devices.
Yeah.
Too many added devices.
But no, it's a very, very interesting movie. Highly, highly recommend it if, like I said, you're into that weird. And I mean, it is good. It was good. It was a different role to see all of the characters play, but it was enjoyable. I liked it.
I might watch it. I haven't watched a movie in a while.
I think you would really dig it.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you want to go into your news stories? Or do we want to wrap it up?
We can go into mine. That's fun.
Alright.
And you guys may have heard this one. But so the headline is: Police officers fired for ignoring LA robbery in progress to play Pokemon Go.
Oh, I
did
thought it was going
not
to be an
hear that.
earthquake involving scorpions again.
Fuck off. I retell one fucking story. God damn.
You'll never live it down.
Recently released court documents show the men lost their appeal against multiple counts of misconduct, which had in part been based on a recording of them in their patrol car. 2 officers with the the Los Angeles Police Department were fired for ignoring a robbery in progress to play Pokemon Go. The men, Louis Lozano and Eric Mitchell, lost their appeal against... Oh my God, how many times are they just going to repeat this thing over and over again?
That's all they do in these articles.
The digital in-car video system recording captured them willfully abdicating their duty to assist a commanding officer's response to a robbery in progress and playing a Pokemon mobile phone game while on duty.
I was
They
actually
were in the
just
middle
told,
of a raid. They were in the middle of a boss raid.
I was just told about this today because I was talking about how like people wouldn't walk around in like Claremore Lake. They wouldn't walk around. They would drive their cars through Claremore Lake and just park their car and play. I'm like, you could walk. Like,
So
good
instead
exercise.
of responding to the call, they were spotted. A commanding officer spotted them in a tucked back in an alley, just feet away from the robbery in progress.
Telling you, man,
can't catch it, but there's a
gotta
dude
get the
right there.
raid. Gotta get that raid boss.
Like, I'm sorry, it's just not that important.
Dude, it's Pokemon Go. It's the most important thing ever.
It was for quite a while. Like it was the hype.
I think we can defund the LA Police Department a little bit.
Haven't they already been defunded like a shit ton? Isn't that the
I
whole
don't
thing
know.
with
I
like
have
you can
no
steal up to
fucking clue.
$900 without getting arrested?
I have no fucking clue.
I don't
That's
know
still a
anything
thing right
about
now,
LA.
by the way. You can still rob
It's a big fucking city.
Yeah.
Giant ass state.
free $900 in any place you can find.
Hell yeah. Stack them up.
Yeah, it's legal.
Back 'em up.
It's legally legal.
Revealed. Study finds how pandas gain weight on a bamboo diet.
Fat
Because that's like
asses.
all they eat is bamboo, and there's like no nutritional
And they
value.
just
to
said-
bamboo.
Says
cage,
eat
probably.
between 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo a day.
A day.
Yeah, fat asses.
That is insane.
It's a lot of bamboo.
And they don't do anything.
I eat a good amount of food,
You eat a good amount of bamboo every day?
but not 84 pounds of food?
Yeah.
Holy
Imagine
shit.
how much they be shitting, though.
Yeah, they smell horrible.
I mean, they got that all plant diet.
High fiber.
That thing coming out stanky.
It's probably just a giant brick. Just
I'll say it's all connected. It's together.
So researchers have discovered. Okay, blah 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 blah. It turns out the animal's gut bacteria changes in the season when nutritious bamboo shoots become available.
Okay.
So there are nutritional ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
these
like
heroin
I had
addicts are
bamboo
shooting
shoots in
bamboo.
my ramen, so yeah.
I almost read. There was an ad for a game, but it was fucking highlighted the same way the last part was. I almost read, if you have an iPhone, this Star Trek game is highly addicting.
Well, you read it anyway.
I read
We're
this-
not advertised.
So this helps the bears store more fat and could compensate for the lack of nutrients in seasons when there are only bamboo leaves to chew on. Pandas eat. Okay,
I bet panda bears
Those poor
compensate.
pandas.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name.
Racist.
That's not racist. It's just very hard to pronounce.
Jiebling how?
That was racist.
Ching chong ching.
That is
That definitely was.
probably pretty close to how this is pronounced.
Oh my god.
I mean, pandas are usually.
So we
like-
already really racist.
Right at the top of that.
Does it start with an X?
Huang Ping.
What about the last name?
Wang Ping Huang.
Say it.
Pretty close to what he said.
Yeah, squint your eyes.
Wang Ping Huang. Wang Ping
That is
Huang.
not what I said.
That's close.
I just want to say if you're only listening to this, he did squint his eyes. It's fine.
No, he didn't.
My eyes are always low.
Fuck, I don't even know where I'm at now. Okay, this
Ping
researcher said, Wang Ping Wang, one of the study's authors
Gotta stop
said,
saying
this is the first time we established a casual relationship between a panda's gut microbiota and a phenotype. And its phenotype.
microbiota.
Interesting. I'm surprised it's taken this long for them to do any type of like DNA sequencing on the gut bacteria. Oh, that's weird. Anyway, sorry. That was me just thinking.
Tigers
out
are
loud.
endangered.
I mean, still, you would think that
not
they
gonna
would be
hurt them
doing.
doing it.
Yeah, you're taking
Well,
just.
that's fair,
you're
yeah.
doing,
Oh no, they're too busy playing with fucking
They're
koalas.
endangered. We can't study them. Sorry.
can't even look at
It
it.
just took this long for someone to take interest in them. They're like, oh, they're so
So like,
cute.
wait a minute.
But how do they only
that panda
eat
get so
bamboo? How the fuck are they only eating bamboo?
Someone weighed all of their food.
84 drunk Chinese guys
shit.
staring at me like, why are these fucking pandas?
How do they do that?
So we've known these pandas have a different set of gut microbiota during the shoot eating season for a long time, and it's very obvious that they are chubbier during this time of the year.
Man, you don't gotta judge them. Come on.
A
Much
newborn
cuter.
panda is about the size of a stick
you.
of butter. That's really
They're very small. They're
Very small.
very teeny tiny.
But females can grow up to about 90 kilograms, which I don't know what that translates into
Roughly
That's
3
heavy.
pounds each. Roughly, I think is kilogram.
That's heavy, baby.
It says grow up to about.
No, I'm saying.
Per kilo.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 pounds per kilogram, roughly.
Holy shit, 270 pounds?
These bees.
kg.
I guess it makes sense. It's a fucking bear.
Kilograms are heavy.
No, 2.2 pounds or 2.2 pounds for 1 kilogram.
So roughly about
chunky.
200 pounds for
Yeah.
females.
Yeah,
and then
roughly.
males can reach about 136 kilograms, which
a
I'm
lot.
not doing that math.
It's a lot.
It's like 300 plus,
Yeah.
close to 350.
I mean, you have to
Yeah.
remember.
That's a huge bitch.
You have to remember, they're bears.
They
like,
are
bears
bears.
are big.
I know, like, when I first said it, I was like, man, that's big. I'm like, it's a fucking bear.
People hear panda and they're like, oh, panda. It's like, no, bear. They're bears.
You missed the second part of the name. Panda bear.
There were videos.
It's a fucking bear.
There are videos of panda bears just like attacking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, they're vicious.
Oh, especially if you get near their babies.
Oh, or if you just get close to their cage, like in
Yeah, they're
captivity.
not. They're fucking bears. Like,
Yeah. They come at you.
Come at me, bear bro.
Yeah.
The only bear that isn't is koalas,
Is
and that's
Ino.
because they eat eucalyptus.
That's 'cause they're high 24/7.
Because their body metabolizes eucalyptus and makes
But
them
they
fucking
get
high.
but they get ravenously angry as soon as you take it away from them.
and they get terrifyingly scary when they're wet.
Yeah, terrifyingly scary.
Oh,
so
my
if they're
God.
wet and hungry, oh my god, that's a nightmare. That's like a wet
It's like
sloth.
I was just about to say that.
Dude, all day today, simpatico.
That was weird.
The joke we have for the other show, simpatico. I knew.
You knew.
Speaking of other show, if you haven't checked it out, check out Chaotic Stupid, quote unquote D&D podcast on Apple and Spotify and Anchor FM and YouTube. Just look it up. Just look it up.
Not YouTube.
Not YouTube.
Not YouTube. I meant Facebook.
Everything audio.
All audio.
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 You don't see our faces.
And we still have the Off the Rails on Patreon if you want to go check that
Every
out
other
as well.
Thursday.
Every Thursday.
You gotta pay for that shit though.
We do our beer review and we bullshit. So enjoy.
So there's more
Give
of
us-
this.
Give us money, yeah.
More of this, but with alcohol.
Yeah, more of this.
Which sometimes I bring alcohol into this show too. So
Sometimes. There you go. It's like this
prefer
show,
it,
just more
honestly.
of it.
It is, yeah.
it's just bonus. You know? It's
We
just,
talk about the alcohol this time.
what
us
the
$1.
fuck?
To be continued.
Weird. Okay. I guess I clicked a button. That's okay. Well, fuck this stupid. Never mind. I had another one, but it just keeps wanting to go to a whole new fucking website.
We'll see you guys
I
next
think
week.
that time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
then.
So
What a disappointing
I was gonna
ending.
go over the top 10 tourist traps, but every time I go to that
We
page,
don't have time for
it
that.
sends me to another news, another story. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess we're not doing
Listen,
it.
I still need enough time in my day to jerk off, cry, watch YouTube, and shower. So let's wrap this up.
There we go.
I've already achieved 3 of those 5. I won't tell you
the
which-
show, yeah.
I won't tell you which ones. So anyway, yeah.
Thank you for watching the show. Bye.
Sign us off, big guy.
I didn't know I was doing that.
You always do it.
I didn't do the intro though.
Yeah, you did.
I messed it up.
finished it. You start. You sign us
They'll
off.
finish the show.
What did I tell you
finish
about
the show.
not starting things you can't finish?
That's why I wasn't gonna start it.
Oh shit.
Boom. You shoot us out.
Bye.
That's not how you do it.
Technically, you have to do your
Check us out on social
we have to do all
medias,
that stuff.
Absurdity69 on Twitter, Instagram.
think about
Check
that.
us out on Facebook at Absurd Entertainment. Check us out on YouTube at Absurd Entertainment. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the follow, do all that stuff, and tell your family you love them. We'll see you later.
And tell me you love me too, please.
Toodaloo.
Doodles,
Bye.
Peace.
bitch. So I had a moment at work where I was trying to get something at the very bottom of this pallet. So I had my chest to the ground underneath this pallet and on my knees with my ass up, and I look left to my boss. I'm like, "Step bro, I'm stuck. Help." He just
That's the beginning of the episode.
God, there was more.
and I think I'm getting a promotion this year.
That's the beginning of the episode right there.
Yeah, I know how to get that pay raise, baby.